Hi guys, I'm here to present you the tool that I wrote for myself, which I want to share with you. Maybe you find it useful too. In the Arc Raiders game, you usually go to a loot run with a certain goal in mind. For example, you want to craft something, you have a lack of materials, crafting materials that you lack. For example, I want to craft some lure grenades, I want to craft some attachments for my weapons, and usually I have to remember what I have to loot in order to achieve that. In the workbenches, I have the receipts. I can go to the receipts. I see, okay, I need a power rod and a voltage converter. Oh, where do I get the voltage converter from? Okay, I have to track every single item that has a voltage converter or salvage into it, recycled into it. And then I want to loot multiple things, and I don't know what I'm gonna find in my loot runs. So in order to achieve a better overview of what I should loot and what I should salvage while I'm looting and what I should bring back to my main deck so that I can salvage them from here, is I created a little tool which I call the Arc Raiders Looting Helper, which I'm going to try to explain to you how it works, and maybe it's useful for you too. First of all, you set goals. What do you want to craft? I usually create a list of items that I usually constantly wanting to craft. Usually those are quick use items which are needed because they are used. I start with a simple example. I want to craft Vita shot. What now happens is that the application will calculate what can I loot to be in order to craft a Vita shot. When I hover over it, it shows me crafting receipt means I need an antiseptic and a syringe to craft this. I mean, one of these and two of these. But I can loot many more things. I can loot also a rusted shot medical kit because if I hover over it, it will recycle into an antiseptic and a syringe, which can be used to craft a Vita shot. So basically, this gives me a list of all materials. If I click here, it will show me that the rust medical shot medical kit, it recycles into antiseptic, which can be used for a Vita shot, and or it salvages into a syringe, which can also use to craft a Vita shot. So in this overview, I had, if I want to loot only for a Vita shot, I can loot these items, and I will get basically the material required to do that. This will also provide me some helper icons, which is this keep for crafting. So these items I will not salvage during my run and will not recycle when I come home. This is items that I could salvage during my run. For example, if my inventory is full, I can salvage these. And these are icons that I bring back home because recycling them will give me the material that I need, in this case, the antiseptic, to create the Vita shot. This is very simple and cool. I can also see the list in the list view, which is more for an overview if you want to see what items do you need to craft. But usually this is not everything that you find, so you're not especially going to look out for a Vita shot. So basically you put in all items that you want to craft. Let me put here elbow bandage. So now it will add everything that's lootable to craft these two goal items. So I could get a great mullion. Why would I get great mullion? Of course, to craft herbal bandages. But what else can I do with a great mullion? I can't build antiseptic, which is used for a Vita shot. So the great mullion is already potential base material for two of my goals, and so on. So basically, you get a list of all materials that you should loot in order to craft your goals. So let's put another thing that usually will want to, let's see, extended media magazine too. So now I have a huge list of stuff that I could loot during my run because the extended media magazine now requires mechanical components and a steel spring. So every one of these elements I could loot during my run. Let's put it back in the grid view because it's simple to overview. In this overview, I also has put them in alphabetical order with initials here so that you can quickly find them while you're looting. So you put this on your second monitor and then you find a cooling coil and then you quickly see, okay, it's in my list and it's called salvage, so I can right away salvage it, because we'll need the steel springs in this case to make the standard medium. I don't have to remember this kind of stuff. I'm old, and that's why I cannot ever remember what I need for what. So this helps me a lot. These elements are highlighted here because this specific item could be used for multiple goals. So as soon as there are multiple goals that could be achieved with the same material, it will bring me this this information in the yellow. And there's even a green one if more than 4 goals can be achieved, or 5, I think, can be achieved using the same item. So as soon as I put more stuff here, let's see, like let's also put a lure grenade because I want someone of these. Oh, now the list is big. What I can now do, this I don't want to loot everything of these. So what I usually do is I pop up the filters here so that I filter this list. I usually remove epic and legendary because those I will just, if I find them, I keep them because I either sell them or either know what to do with them. So I remove them from this list. I usually also don't want to salvage or do anything special with augments or with quick use element items or with shields or with trinkets. So I skip them. So I just have base material, which are the stuff found in the nature, usually nothing. Recyclable materials, refined, and topside materials. Here I can also filter per locations, for example, only residential stuff. If I want, I click on none and click residential. I just get items that are found in residential areas, but this is not so useful, so I can just keep them all on. I can also quickly type the name of if the list is too big, and I say, okay, I found a Hornet driver. Is it my list? I can quickly type it in here. I'd say, okay, durable cloth, I have it, keep it. So I know I take it with me. So this filter, I can click it away so that it's not in the way. What else I can do? Let's say for all this stuff, I need so many things, but I have already lots of material in my storage, not everything that I need. For example, let's say I have enough speaker components already in my inventory. I don't need to run around trying to find more speaker components. I click on the speaker component and I see, okay, it's used to build a lure grenade. I click on this minus sign. This minus signifies I have this already, enough in my stash. Clicking this will remove everything which would provide me still speaker components. And this is the list of stuff that I have already in my stash. So I know, okay, these items I don't care for in my loot run, so focus on these other stuff. Usually I put many more stuff because I usually have stock of everything that I need in my stash. Let's say I have what else? Mechanical components. I have enough mechanical components. I put them in. So you see the list gets smaller and smaller so that you can focus on really the important things and not loot stuff that you already have in your stash. Let's say I have this already. So lots of stuff I have already in my stash. And as soon as you have this list going, you don't need to constantly remove and add stuff because the list is fixed and you can disable and enable individual elements on demand. So basically I keep this list of what I have enough in stash, and before I go in the loot run, I just check and uncheck the elements I have. So basically after I looted lots of ruined accordions, I don't know why I clicked on that. Let's say I see I have enough mechanical components, I keep it on. If I see I don't have them, I disable this enough in stash, and suddenly every material appears that I would need to loot. And sometimes I don't want to follow all of my goals, so I disable them all and just enable a single one or two if I don't just want to go in a loot run through to grind for crafting elements for these two things. So basically with this tool, I'm able to focus on, in my loot runs, on what I really need. Of course, I have to check in my inventory what I already have. So in order to, so that I know what should I put in this list here. And basically the icons help me quickly identify stuff that I want during my loot to salvage, what I want to take away with me, or what I want to recycle when I come home. So I hope this could also help many other people. I put a link in the description below or in the first comment. I don't know. It's my first YouTube video, so I will do whatever it takes so that you can try it out. You can give me some feedback. I'm on Discord. It's linked below in the contact. You see it. I'm using the data which I'm collaborating now to gather from the ArcRadius data, which is used for basically mainly for the ArcTracker IO, which is a very cool place to track and get information for the items. So basically the information you get here is the same information I use in my tool. And you can also collaborate collecting this data using this GitHub if you know what you're doing or if you want to help. Just join the Discord, contact me or other people in this in the ArcTracker Discord. Get in touch, give me feedback if you find this useful. If you don't find it useful at all, also give me a feedback. If you find this is something is lacking or something is buggy, also just tell me. I'm gladly appreciate some feedback, but basically the tool is for me and I'm scratching my own itch. So if it helps other, good. If not, then whatever. So have fun with it and happy rating.